Hey vlog. I need to be stopped, actually. But hey vlog, welcome back. How y'all doing? Right. Today I'm gonna be filming a August TBR. Now, this is very ambitious of me. Why did my door just open? Because normally I could barely read 2 books in a month because, wait, hear me out, because of school. So sometimes I don't get the chance to read as many as I want to read. So like this is very ambitious of me, but hey, we have 10 books on TBR. I know that sounds crazy. I know. But let's get into it. First, we got this absolute beast of a book. This book, I think it's 700. Oh, it's 600 pages actually. Maybe. Wait. I'm good. About 615 pages. I have my first book, Fourth Wing here. I absolutely love this book. One of my favorite fantasy books I've ever read, or book in general. And I got the second one, and I never got to read it. Never got to like start reading it because like I was moving out, and then like school happened. Listen, a lot happened at once that I didn't get to start reading this book. Iron Flame, Rebecca Yarros. She will be read this month. She will be read this month. I don't care how long it takes. I will stay up day and night. Physical books, and then I have 5 on my Kindle, which are like easier to read because my Kindle's very portable. I could just pop it in a bag. She's good, she's cool. So, first on the list. Next is actually a reread, which is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I read this book like 2 years ago, and I really wanted to reread it this summer, and I just never got the chance to. So I really want to reread this. This was one of my favorite books when I read it. This was my second Emily Henry book that I've read. This book right here was a great book. It was a great second book to read by Emily Henry. So I'm definitely wanting to reread this, and hopefully I get to it before I have to leave for school. I really have hope that I can. This is about 360 pages ish. That's light work. That's an average book for me to read, so ain't nothing too crazy. Next, I actually have a book that I started to read like over 2 years ago, I want to say, maybe 3. Hello, Goodbye, and Everything in Between by Jennifer E. Smith. And I actually got this book because it became a Netflix movie, and I saw it on Netflix, and I was like, wait, Jordan Fisher, icon. He was in the To All the Boys trilogy also on Netflix, so I'm like, then I'm gonna watch this, but it's a book, so I have to read the book before I watch the movie. Nerder. But when I first started reading it, I could not get into it. I believe I got less than 2 chapters in. Like, I don't even think I really knew what the book was about, honestly, when I started reading it. So I think that was also a big problem. Sometimes I like to go in blind and not know anything at all, but sometimes I need to know a little something to get into the book. Retry reading this, which it shouldn't take me long. I think it's literally less than 300 pages. 241, and then there's a prologue. This should take me less than a day. I don't know why I haven't read this yet. So, we're getting to her this month. It will happen. Next, I have a book that I just picked up from the bookstore like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think. It's called Under the Surface by Dana Urban. I've never read anything by this author before. I don't know really what the book's about. I just know it's kind of like a thriller type of mystery, and I love thriller mystery books. The Good Girl's Guide to Murder series was one of my favorite series when I read it, like murder mystery series. It was so tea. I saw this and I read the synopsis, and I think they're like lost in the catacombs in Paris or something. Someone goes missing. I don't know. Oh, Karen M. McManus actually has a review on the back, and I love her. I have 4 of her books. One of them aren't here. It should be an interesting read, and hopefully I actually get to it. Because, you know, it's like we're in the weird era where it's not fall, but it's not summer. So it's like I can read books like Happy Place and this, and it kind of be okay because it's like, you know, that in-between ground. I think that's going to be an interesting read. Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. If you know, you know. Book went TikTok viral. TikTok triple, if you want. Like, it literally was every single where you looked on TikTok for the longest time. And I never got to read it because I never had a chance to go get it because I never had a physical copy in my actual bookstore. When I went to get this other book, this was there, and I'm like, okay, this is the minimum 1 book I'm getting. I wasn't gonna get a book, I was just going there to browse, but then I saw this and I was like, well, I have to get it. And I love this cover. I need this. I want this. I gotta have this. I'm so excited to read this. I don't know if I'm gonna read this one first out of the set or what I'm gonna do, but so excited to read this book. I actually don't even know what it's about now that I'm thinking about it. I never even looked up the synopsis. I haven't read the back of the book. I'm simply gonna go into this blind. I really don't like to read the back of the book or synopsis because I feel like sometimes it gives away too much about the book. I'm going in blind. I'm not gonna read anything. I'm not gonna look at anything because I get scared. I just like to know kind of the main characters, and then I'm satisfied. I don't really need anything much after. That's all my books on my physical TBR. Now I'm gonna get to the ones that I have on my Kindle. I have one more book on my physical TBR now that I'm thinking about it, but I don't have it here. I have it in school. It's called Such Charming, I'll put the picture here. Such Charming Lives by Karen M. McManus. That's my other book that I have. And I got it, I think, Christmas. And I took it with me to the States thinking that I was gonna read it. I never got a chance. One of the books that I have, and I'm really excited. I'm looking over here because I have it on my iPad, but because I don't want to open it and scroll through my, so this is just here for, like, so you know what's on here. The first Kindle book that I have is The Tenant by Frida McFadden. I saw this book, no, I think I saw it on the Kindle Unlimited store, and I was like, wait, this book sounds tea. And I know that author's been, like, popular here and there, so I'm like, okay, author's popular, new book, sounds tea. I think I read a little bit of the synopsis. I don't think I read all of it because I don't like to, as we discussed. So from the little bit that I did read, it sounded pretty good, like I would actually enjoy it. So next we have Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is the second book in the Natural series, I believe is what it's called. I read the first book, it wasn't that long ago, maybe over a year ago. Let me stop being dramatic. And it was, I genuinely fell in love with the writing style, the story, everything. And it was on Kindle Unlimited, but the rest of the series wasn't. So I was like, okay, either I'm gonna buy the entire series and read it physically, or wait for them to become on Kindle Unlimited. The second book is now Kindle Unlimited, so that's my sign to basically read it now. I fear. Third book I have on my Kindle TBR is On Honeymooners by Christina Lauren, which I thought I had read, but I believe I mistaken it for either Beach Read or The People You Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, which I've read Beach Read, and I think I've read People I Met on Vacation. I can't remember 100%, but I mixed that up with those two books thinking that I had read it already. Then I realized when I was talking to my friend the other day, and I was like, oh, isn't that the book with the and then she was like, oh, girl, that's not the right book. I was like, oh. So now that's on my TBR because I realized I actually didn't read it when I thought I did read it, so that's just really awkward. My bad. Lastly, on my Kindle TBR, I have One Italian Summer by Rebecca Siri, I believe is how you say her last name. That was another book that actually, when I first got my Kindle, it was a sample and it wasn't on Kindle Unlimited, so I just didn't think about it again. But then just got added to Kindle Unlimited, so I said, it's my sign to read it. Now I must read it, and it's still technically summer, so pictures matches on the beach, right? A drink in hand, hat, sunscreen because we stay protected. You know, weather is nice, ocean is flowing in the background, and you're reading One Italian Summer. Right. I'm really excited to read that book. I have no idea what the book's also about, but this author is very popular on TikTok. Good morning. I just wanted to give the author a try because I knew that it was really popular on TikTok. Basically, all the books on my TBR, I'm gonna go through them one more time. We're all on the same picture. We're all connected, right? I have Hello, Goodbye, and Everything in Between by Jennifer E. Smith. Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. Under the Surface by Diana Urban. A reread of Happy Place by Emily Henry. And finally getting to my big behemoth, Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. And then all of my Kindle Unlimited versions. We have an ambitious list here. My reading goal for every year has always been 24 books minimum, because I at least try to read 2 books a month. You know, it is hard being in school and like trying to manage, you know, having time to read. And then also I'm a theater major, as we know, because it's on my channel. If you haven't checked that video, check it out. Major, so I'm constantly in rehearsals, and sometimes at rehearsal we have free time, and you know, we can have a little book here and there. A lot of this book actually got read during rehearsals. Scripts to read, I have things to memorize, and be a college student. So it is a little hard to find enjoyment or find time to enjoy books, which I do and I love. So, you know, we're getting back into the swing of things, and hopefully I get to at least read half of them. I'm not expecting myself to read all of these books because realistically, I move into college in like 2-3 weeks. I'm only on summer break for that, like a little bit of more time. Minimum, if I don't get to all 10, a minimum 5. I feel like that's not asking for a lot, that's half. And the Kindle is really easy because you can literally pop this into anything and just take it with you, which is why I'm so happy my mom got this for me for her birthday, because it literally is so simple. Pop it into a bag. take it with you. You have a book. This is a book. 365 pages could be on this right now. I'm really grateful that I have that I can just pop into something. Hopefully, when I come back at the end of the month, you know, these books are read, these books are enjoyed, these books are rated. You also want to follow me on Goodreads. So that's gonna be it for this video. And if you guys enjoy book content, let me know, because I can talk about books for 25 years. Literally. See you guys in the next one, or hopefully I read some of these books.